nothing that can hurt you. Do not be afraid. Pull it out like that. Do not pull it by the teeth, or else it'll break out like that.
I seen a bird fly in place.
People are getting upset about the fact and I think you drug free pizza on my computer currency.
What are you talking about? A horrible place for an attempt? Exactly. That's insane. There's kids around. Why would the government, now that I'm thinking about it, the government wouldn't do that. Come on now. There's kids around. They have honor and morals, right?
The 2006 volleyball incident. On July 2nd, 2017, an anonymous user posted a thread on 4chan's paranormal board saying, "How does one live after taking the red pill on the 2006 volleyball incident?" Now, if you're
He said you're a criminal.
wondering what that incident was, it's a strange and disturbing story. The post was referring to a supposed mass shooting where a gunman killed 14 people during a high school volleyball game in either South Dakota or Nebraska back in 2006.
Isn't that your soup? Isn't that your state, South Dakota?
But here's where things get strange. If you search for any information about it online, you'll find nothing. No news articles, no official casualty reports, nothing. Just conspiracy theory websites and the occasional Reddit post asking if it even happened. It's like the whole event either never existed or was somehow erased from history. But despite the silence online, there are many people who claim they remember hearing about it. Some even say they were at Mount Rushmore around that time and heard a report about it on the radio. For a long time, the only evidence of the incident on the internet was this still frame from a home video that was
That looks insane. That looks creepy. That looks creepy.
supposedly taken just before the incident with the date September 27, 2006 embedded on it. That is, until some ordinary gamer, a YouTuber who often dives
Bachi said that's cool. Asante. No, facts though. Big facts.
into dark web rap.
Literally just spirits just floating around. My God, look, it's Novair. He said that's my cousin. No,
Discovered more.
I'm just playing. Oh, you would have got my ass. I'm not gonna lie, bro. I cannot say this, but I'm gonna say it. Like, you know how like sometimes like Asians be like looking alike, sometimes Indians be looking alike, sometimes black people be looking alike. If you were dead ass, I definitely would have believed you.
While browsing the late nights forum on a 4chan-like site, he came across the gruesome pictures of a bloody school gym that were allegedly taken soon after the shooting had already happened.
Nani is trying to justify his racism once again. It'd be like that sometimes.
So right here, a little bit over here, they've got 2006.
Appreciate you though.
Oh my
Appreciate
God.
you, unknown.
Oh, we're gonna have to blur this one. Jesus Christ, that's actually like death footage. I think I remember this. I was searching around for some sort of proof of this happening, and apparently it's a snippet from a home video. I got, oh my God.
GG's.
We have to blur that out. I gotta make sure we note that, blur it real quick. Let me add that to the notes here. Jesus, it's like an actual straight up bloody massacre. It's like VHS recorded. This has to be from like a movie.
This is sick. In fact, that people are enamored by real horror, and like not movie shows or movies, right? But actual bodies being dismembered and mangled and things like that on the dark web. Bro, you are sick. You need help. I hope you get the help that you need, because that is insane. Hell is hot.
No
extremely
way. This has to be from like some movie. It's crazy as hell. That it's got like a CBI not for release. Like, I assume CBI stands for like some sort of a governmental organization or something. That is so messed up. I feel like I should have known this or something. I don't even know if that's like a conspiracy. How is that a conspiracy? It's actually like death foot, unless it's from like some movie or something that we don't know about. Jesus Christ. That is actually the most chilling thing I've seen. We're like 5 minutes into this recording, and already it's just like death footage is.
And you don't think wouldn't that take a mental toll like on him? Like if I'm seeing these images and I know it's real, right? If I'm seeing these images and I know it's real, that would disturb me. That would have me like shaking, right? And the fact that he's doing it over and over and over and over. I don't know, buddy. I might have to stay away from you.
Hit the building.
In the bottom right corner was the text CBI not for release, which I'll do my best to show you while blurring everything else out. This has led to some pretty wild theories being spread all over the internet. According to the most popular
it would have served me too until I get the check from YouTube. I ain't mad at you. I ain't mad at you.
ones, the incident did happen, but it was covered up by the American government. As the story goes, the government was trying to assassinate someone who was attending this high school volleyball game. Things got out of hand.
Whoa. The government was trying to assassinate someone? There's no way.
However, trying to assassinate someone who covered up by the American government. As the story goes, the government was trying to assassinate someone who was attending this high school volleyball game. Things got out of hand, however, and a lot of the young volleyball players were caught in the crossfire. And since this would have caused tons of backlash from the public, the government instructed the news media to not talk about the story and also paid the victims' families to keep them quiet.
That's insane that the government would pay people to... Is that not crazy to y'all? That's crazy to me. That's crazy to me.
However, while the US government is no stranger to covering up the truth, I have to admit, this one is quite far-fetched. Keeping something this big under wraps for so long feels pretty out there. At some point, you'd think the truth would slip out. A somewhat more reasonable theory is that this is a classic case of the Mandela effect, where large groups of people collectively misremember something. And coincidentally enough, I actually did find a similar incident that happened in 2006 in that region. In the Platte Canyon High School situation, 53-year-old Dwayne Roger Morris...
What a horrible place for an attempt. Exactly. That's insane. There's kids around. Why would the government... Now that I'm thinking about it, the government wouldn't do that. Come on now. There's kids around. They have honor and morals, right?
7 female students hostage, attacked them, and ended up shooting one of them. This also took place on September 27, 2006, which is the same date on which the alleged photo was taken before the incident. Its location in Colorado might also explain why people from the Midwest remember hearing about it on the news. But there are some major differences. Most notably, the Platte Canyon incident had nothing to do with a volleyball game, and there was only one death. But in saying all of that,
Yes, they do, Soup. Yes, they do. That school got hella spirits? Nah, facts.
Most likely scenario is that all of this is a hoax. While researching this incident, I came across an interesting post on the forum Above Top Secret from 2017. In this post, the OP was talking about creating a hoax in which multiple school shootings happened in 2006 in tiny towns, but any information relating to these incidents has been mysteriously erased from the public record. But if that's the case, the images that some ordinary gamer came across, where did they come from? Considering it's been over 7 years since this first contraction on the internet, it's unlikely we'll ever know the answer to this disturbing internet rabbit hole.
Yeah, I don't think that one's real. I don't think that one's real. That is a crazy rabbit hole to go down, but I don't think that one's real. School Spirit Day must go crazy.
Grave
you guys are messed up, man.
Morons.
You guys are messed
August
up,
8,
man.
2014, a user by the name Simon Pred J posted a video on YouTube titled Grave Robbing for Morons. This was a digital re-upload of a very old VHS video, an extremely chilling one at that. In it, a young man goes into disturbing detail explaining step by step how to rob graves and sell the remains on the black market.
Look at what people have to do to get money, man. Look what people have to do to get money. Look what people have to do to get money. You have to mess with the dead, bro. They've already transitioned. Why would you go and mess that up, bro? Like, why? How? And the fact that you're okay with touching real human remains like this, bro, these are sick individuals. These are sick individuals. Now, you got to respect the hustle. No, I don't respect the hustle at all. I don't. That's crazy. I respect most hustles, but this right here, I can't get jiggy with this. Because imagine if someone was messing with your mom's grave. Or your dad's grave. Or someone you love. You know what I'm saying? That is insane. That's crazy. That can't be real. Disturbing the grave is crazy. That's what I'm saying. Welcome back. Welcome back, Joe. Welcome back, Joe.
Grab it by the eyes.
Bro said bread is bread. Facts.
Yeah, you pull out, put your finger all the way in. There is nothing there that will hurt you at all. Or you have to make sure of that. There's nothing that can hurt you. Do not be afraid. Pull it out like that. Do not pull it by the teeth, or else it'll break out like that, and you will have holes.
What makes this video even more unsettling isn't just its content, but the mystery surrounding it. No one knows who the man in the video is. To this day, his identity remains unknown, and no one has come forward to claim responsibility. This has left the internet in two fiercely opposing camps. Some believe this is authentic footage of a real grave robber. Others argue it's an obscure horror short crafted purely for shock value.
I hope it was the latter. It was just pure shock. You just wanted like shock laughs and things like that. I hope this isn't real.
Surprisingly, I came across evidence that supports both sides of the argument while researching this topic.
He said, "Ew, he whipped his nose, nigga, filthy." I'm crying.
Fact, however, is that the original video is extremely old.
Facts, Astro.
The earliest mention of its title, Grave Robbing for Morons, I found on the internet was a now defunct online store for horror VHS tapes called Shocking Videos. This website listed the tape for sale in April of 2003, stating, "What we have here is genuine camcorder footage of a drunken teenage stutterer giving a half-hour lecture on how to steal body parts from graveyards for fun and profit while holding a fresh, rotting skull in his hands." That said, the original video is likely from the late 80s. We can clearly see the VHS box for the 1987 Evil Dead 2 movie 5 minutes and 43 seconds into the video. And to narrow it down even more, there's an issue.
The fact that someone legitimately got inspiration from a movie to actually go and mess with dead bones and dead bodies is insane. So, do you think that gives credence to like where people are like, yo, if you play Call of Duty, if you play Marvel Rivals, if you play games with guns and GTA, that will make you more violent? A lot of people say no, but you can see how some people get inspiration from it, because if this sick person right here got inspiration from a movie, a horror movie, to do this, that is insane.
Issue of Horror FX magazine visible.
Is that on his bed? Yeah, no, that's wrong. Bro, I don't even like my work clothes being on my bed. This dude is putting dead bodies and carcasses
at the same time.
This is crazy.
This specific cover was a part of a unique Fangoria horror magazine edition released in July 1989, which means the video was probably shot around that year. The horror memorabilia scattered throughout the footage implies that whoever created this video might have been a die-hard horror fan just trying to make something creepy for the thrill of it. And while most of the gruesome advice given in the video feels very authentic, like describing ways to remove the skull from a body that hasn't fully decomposed yet, there are also sections that seem extremely goofy. Like when the host suggests knocking out witnesses so they think it was all just a dream.
Never leave witnesses. If you have to knock them out so that way they think it's a dream.
This gives further...
Nah, he was dead ass though. The thing about it is he was dead ass. When he said that, he was dead ass. He was dead ass when he said that. I don't think he was joking around.
Credence to the theory that the subject doesn't have any real grave robbing experience and is just making it all up for the video. On the other hand, some people argue that the skull he's showing in the video is far too detailed to be fake. As for the inconsistency in the advice, that could be explained.
Yeah, what's good with you? We got Riftblade in the building. Demonic spirits is real. Facts, Bachi. Facts. Astro said, witnesses say that he even knocked out the cameraman. Big facts. You got a shiner. You got to use the other eye to even look through the lens.
Explained by the theory that this was
his
Rift. First time robbing a grave, and that he was simply making things up to seem more knowledgeable on the topic than he actually was. But this is where things start getting really eerie. Toward the end of the tape, the guy almost mumbles his full name, but stops himself before saying his entire last name.
Okay, this was made by Anthony. Well, as a matter of fact, let's forget the last name.
And
bro almost snitched on himself. In
1999, a man named Anthony Casamasima was arrested in New York for...
You have an Instagram I can follow? Yeah. That's the Instagram. That's the IG.
Stealing an expensive stained glass window from a cemetery. There was a real possibility that this was the same person who made the Grave Robbing for Morons guide. That being said, there are a few inconsistencies that say otherwise. For instance, I did not find any charges against Anthony Casamasima that mentioned him desecrating bodies. He was more into stealing valuable artifacts like stained glass. And
I'm thinking this one is real too.
More importantly, Casamasima was 40 when he was arrested in 1999. If he made the tape, he would have been around 30 at the time. However, given the young appearance of the video's subject, that seems highly unlikely. I also found a couple more theories as well, but most of them lead to dead ends. One such theory claims the guy in the video might be Craig A. Bradley, who was arrested in 1995 for stealing human remains from a cemetery in upstate New York. Craig would have been around 24 when the grave robbing video was filmed, which fits with the young appearance of the guy in the tape. Plus, he even looks a bit like him. However, the issue with this theory is that Craig doesn't have the stutter that was prominent in the original.
Yo, chat, do you guys think he did it? Do you guys think he did it?
Video.
Usually, winter months I'm laid off. So winter months, I don't usually pay.
Dig for you and everything. So you dig and your friend digs, and then it's another friend digs. You have to find some place really secluded, so that way.
He could have faked that though. I didn't mean to do that. He could have faked that though. That could have been fake. That could have been fake. That could have, you know what I'm saying? It could have been fake. Or he could have got over it, you know? Like with stuttering and all that, you can get over that. You can get over it. Grave robbers should be prosecuted. Facts. They look similar. They do look similar. They look very similar.
There's no interruptions, okay?
Now, he could have
Bro looks
faked the stutter
possessed?
in the original video for some reason. However, people on the internet find that extremely unlikely given how real it feels. Grave robber or actor, the stutter is real. I've known several people with really bad stutters, and it's such a specific, uncontrollable behavior that makes it hard to fake. This kid's stutter feels unique and authentic. I've never seen an actor in a movie fake a stutter that felt this real.
Oh, wow.
It's possible one day the person seen in the video will come forward with the truth, but for now, we have no idea who the person is or whether or not this extremely realistic
Appreciate you for pulling up. Appreciate you for pulling up. Enjoy the rest of your nights.
looking grave robbing video is real.
Nah, I think that one was
Strange
real.
sounds in the
I think that one
sky.
was real. I think that one was real.
Over the past 50 plus years, there have been numerous reports of people hearing mysterious sounds coming from
He's out there in the free road. Facts.
the sky. In some cases, the mysterious noise resembles the sound of screeching metal, like someone dragging heavy metal furniture across the floor. However, the most commonly reported noise is a low-frequency hum that persists in the area.
Nah, deadass, there's aliens. The aliens are real. Aliens are real. Aliens are real. When I was in New Mexico, I was driving on the freeway, right? On the freeway in New Mexico. I seen a bird fly in place. Like, literally, I was behind it and I drove past it. And it was literally in the same spot like this. Bro, how? It was like it was flying into like an invisible force field. Like, I'm being serious though. I really saw that. Aliens are real. A bird. A bird. Yes, a bird. Flying in place. But I'm saying, like, it wasn't windy. And the birds, like, the wings was flapping hard as hell. It was weird.
Those who can hear these sounds describe them as omnipresent and extremely annoying. And according to the BBC, the humming noise has been linked to at least one person ending their own life in the UK.
Wow.
However, while there are likely many legit reports of people hearing a mysterious humming, which we'll get to in a bit, many of the claims are either fake or can be explained
Get out the
quite
45?
easily. For instance, the metallic screeching noise could simply be from a nearby railroad with a long freight train rounding a corner and causing vibrations. Some of these trains are incredibly lengthy and can take several minutes to pass. Similarly, in another video you can hear what sounds like an extremely loud trumpet. The original poster
I said, with videos like this, so it's so easy to just add that sound to the video, you know?
This video titled this as a judgment trumpet, referring to the divine trumpet described in the Christian faith. However, given the
2023
poor
too?
weather conditions in the footage, it's likely just a malfunctioning tornado
That sound like the Rapture to me? Interesting.
siren, like this. A few of these videos are also outright faked, with the mysterious sounds being edited in to generate views.
Yeah, like this video's cap.
Notice how the birds around the area appear completely unaffected by the loud, ominous noise, which would be unlikely if the sound was genuinely overwhelming the environment.
See?
Birds have sharper hearing than humans, and they would likely react. That said, there are still thousands of reports from people who can't be easily debunked or labeled as fake. Unlike the examples I've shown so far, the vast majority of seemingly authentic reports involve the persistent, low-frequency hum. This strange phenomenon seems to trace back to Bristol, England in the late 1970s. The city council received hundreds of complaints from residents about a strange noise.
I applaud everyone for chasing their dreams. I applaud everyone for chasing their dreams, bro. If you need to stream that Roblox pressure, bro, go stream that Roblox pressure. I appreciate you for always pulling up.
That was audible at night. One local newspaper even asked readers in the city, "Have you heard the hum?" and almost 800 people said they had. French scientists back then proposed that the sound might originate from the ocean, suggesting that continuous waves could be vibrating the ocean floor. Now, this explanation might have been true for Bristol, but as time went on, more and more people around the world started reporting these disturbing humming noises. And
see, now that's different though. That is different. Not sure if you will. Okay, well, if you want to, you know what I'm saying? Go ahead, my broski, my brother. If multiple people are reporting it, then where there's smoke, there is definitely fire. You know, when there's smoke, there's definitely fire. So that's too much of a coincidence for people all over the world saying that they notice and they hear these things.
And it appears the Bristol hum is still present to this day. There are many theories that attempt to explain the bizarre phenomenon. And these can get into some truly out there conspiracies, like aliens or secret underground civilizations in the hollow earth. However, the most
Chad, do you guys think there's a real, like, underground society and there's a hollow earth?
Plausible explanation I found suggests that these sounds are more connected to the listeners themselves rather than their surroundings. Things like hypersensitive ears and early signs of hearing issues like tinnitus could be a major contributor. Another possible reason could be the increasing levels of anxiety and stress. A BBC researcher also noted that she only heard the hum when she was exhausted and stressed out, which further supports the notion of this mysterious hum being a psychosomatic or stress-related phenomenon. During my research, I even found the video claiming to capture the strange humming sound. But when I watched it, there was nothing unusual, just regular environmental noise. It's entirely possible that
that scared someone. Oh, it's nuts. But literally, what if she hears it, but it's in her head? She hears it, but it's in her head. That's why when she tries to record it, she could hear it, you know? But the camera wasn't able to pick it up because it's in her head, you know? I think that's a good theory. I think that's a good theory. I believe there are dimensions in the universe. I 1000% believe that. I look at life like this. In reality and in totality, there is a gazillion other planets and universes and Milky Waves. So when we really think about our existence, we're like a piece of sand, a grain of sand, literally, on the beach. Do you know how many other grams or grains of salt is there? Grains of sand is on the beach. There's not even a word that quantifies that, right? There's not even a word that quantifies that. So if you take it like that, and our planet is one of those grains of sands in the universe, you don't think there's other life beings out there? Come on now. Bro, thinks you got someone with that? I got you. No. I definitely got you. I can send another character to you if you want. Yeah, send it to my my DMs. I'll look at it later. I can send that other character. Oh, we are marble for real. That's what I'm saying. We're marbles type shit. Way smaller than a grain. Even that even helps what I'm saying, to the point that, like, we really don't matter. Like, we matter to our loved ones, but in the grand scheme of things, bro, we don't matter in the universe. And some people's egos be like to the moon, you know?
The person who recorded it was hearing something from inside their body, misinterpreting it as an external sound, which further supports the stress-related theory. However, this doesn't explain the hundreds or even thousands of other videos that do include the hum. And given the endless amounts of possibilities for each individual case, I doubt we'll get a concrete answer anytime soon. John Lang, Fresno.
So I think that one was BS. I'm not rocking with that rabbit hole. I didn't agree with that rabbit hole.
Police. On March 20th, 2015, a YouTube channel by the name Lang Marine uploaded a 3.5-minute video titled Fresno LE Harassment, Ford Crew Cab that stalked me and my residence numerous times.
They put that on YouTube too? Geez, your digital footprint, whoever's doing it, is cooked.
The same vehicle driving past the camera twice in 3 minutes. The uploader was a 51-year-old former Marine named John Lang living in Fresno, California. The video footage came from a security camera he had installed outside his home.
Okay, it's the
Toyota
Tacoma.
And in the description of this video, he provided much-needed context behind the oddly disturbing encounter.
It's
According
the
to Lang,
Toyota Tacoma.
he was critical of the way Fresno PD and Fresno Fire utilized their budgets online. So now they were stalking and harassing him in retaliation, and the Ford truck in the video belonged to either the Fresno Police Department or the Sheriff's Office. The next day, he posted another video of a man walking his dog outside his home. The video showed the dog and his owner stopping outside Lang's home for a few seconds and moving on, nothing too unusual. However, Lang claimed that the person in the video was a plainclothes police officer who was conditioning Lang's dog so that it wouldn't attack if the same officer broke into his home later.
This is messed up. This is messed up. You guys are supposed to help us, not be against us.
Over the next 10 or so months, Lang continued posting videos of shady activity captured by his security camera, like a guy in plain clothes coming up to his home, taking a look and walking away immediately. Or a police truck stopping outside his home for a few seconds and then driving away. However, the most...
Nah, they're doing that on purpose. They're doing that to get him spooked, though. They're doing that to get him spooked. It is a fourth dimension. You can only feel it? Okay. So, you know, people that be taking like DMT and stuff, they be like, oh, I saw the fourth dimension. Got to be some credence to that, right?
disturbing of these videos showed a mysterious black van stopping outside his home, filming it with a massive camera for about 30 seconds and quickly...
Nah, this is crazy. 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 Could you imagine seeing all this information? But it's like, it's like everyone's stopping on public property. So it's not like they're doing anything wrong. But the fact that they're just recording them with this super big screen and all that, no, I'm not going to lie, that would scare me. That would scare me. People take salvia and they think when you take salvia, you go to a different dimension and live in that dimension for a little bit. Then when your high is over, you come back. I mean, see, look, I've never done salvia before, right? I don't do drugs. But it could either be that or they're just so gone out of their brain that it's just really some creative stuff popping up. You never know. That's the scary thing about it. You just never know.
Driving away. Lang claimed that the device in their hand was a thermal imaging sensor and they were trying to determine whether or not he was home. By January of 2016, Lang was fully convinced that the Fresno police were planning an assassination. On the 16th of January, he posted a video about a cleaning company van parked outside his home. In the description of the video, he wrote, "If I turn up missing or dead tomorrow, remember this van. I think I seen a couple of guys sneak out the side door and into the building when it was parked in the carport this afternoon."
Could you imagine following this YouTube channel, like, as it's progressing and each video you're like locked in? This is real eerie. This is super eerie. This is like super eerie. Yeah, I don't think so. It's just like taking shrooms. People think they're Rick and Morty. No, facts.
I've been causing the city of Fresno a lot of problems recently, which I now regret. Unfortunately, this would be the last video Lang would post on YouTube, because just a few days later, firemen found him dead inside a burning home with multiple stab wounds on his body. This was sad news for people who were following the story. However, this was only the beginning of a much bigger conspiracy. You see, when the news of his death initially broke, the reports stated that he had a few stab wounds on his upper back as well. If this were true, it would validate all of Lang's worries about getting assassinated. This would also put the Fresno PD as the #1 suspect for his murder. However, when the Fresno coroner released Lang's autopsy report, it only mentioned 3 self-inflicted stab wounds on his chest, and there was no mention of any stab wounds.
Now see, they could literally just said, oh yeah, it was 3 stab wounds to themselves. I think it's easier for them to cover this up more than people think. You know, I think it's easier to do that. Appreciate for the alert, Astro. What are we doing after video? We're gonna be playing Amenti. It's a horror game.
On his back. Was the earlier report a mistake, or were the Fresno police trying to hide their crime? This inconsistency led to tons of backlash and even a petition to reopen his case, but it remained closed. To this day, the John Lang case sits.
Bro, tell me when I'm back. I just told you.
As a mystery. Was he actually getting stalked, or was he just severely mentally ill and paranoid? From my research, the answer seems to be a mix of both. First and foremost, it's worth mentioning that the Fresno police are well known for being ripe with corruption. A Reddit user mentioned a story he knew about the PD, stating, "I mean, my friend's dad was FPD for decades, and Jerry Dyer showed up with some officers and threatened him back in the late 90s, so it wouldn't surprise me if the cops were intimidating this dude." So, did the Fresno PD retaliate against Lang? Maybe.
Yeah, but see, the thing with comments is anyone can lie about it. Legitimately, anyone can lie about comments. Oh yeah, my friend was a PD. My friend is this. My friend is that. We really don't know. You know what I'm saying? We don't know. That's the scary thing about the internet. You just don't know. You just don't know. Back to me now. We're gonna be playing Amenti, a scary horror game after this. All right, I got you with the hydrate. Thank you. If a cop assassinated that person, wouldn't they do a better job than covering it up instead of stabbing him? Why can't they just poison them with cyanide and have it pass as a heart attack, then light the house on fire? I mean, you could do that. He said, make that another one. I got you. I got you. Damn, are you guys trying to draw me? All right. I'm good. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Damn, hydrate again? All right, let me. I'm not a goldfish now. Don't drown me. Don't drown me. But going back to what Soup was saying, yo, y'all are ridiculous. Another hydrate, another one. All right. So now if I can please, excuse me. If I can please finish a hydrate again, 2 more. Okay, listen. 3. Okay, you're doing the most now. 3 hydrates. 3 hydrates. You're literally doing the most now. 4 hydrates. You're literally doing the most. Please, no more water. Please, no more water. Please, por favor. Montoya, por favor. No, please. Excuse me. Thank y'all for the hydrate. Thank y'all for the hydrate. So, yes, they can do the cyanide. Yes, they can light the house on fire and all that. But I mean, it is kind of easier just to stab him and then say that he stabbed himself, you know? And then just pay the doctor off. Or if the doctors work in-house with the PD, they could literally just, hey. Because there's body cams and stuff, so you don't got to say much. And they know. I'm trying to tell you. We drowning Nani tonight. I got 5K channel points. Please, no more water. Please, no more water. Don't. Okay, wait. Does the TTS work now? It should. It should work. It should work.
What's more likely?
Bro, don't say nothing out of pocket, please. I'm on YouTube, please.
Is that Lang was getting more paranoid and losing his mind over time. From what I can see, the man walking his dog is doing just that, walking his dog, and claiming that he was somehow conditioning Lang's dog in just a couple of seconds is pretty out there. Even the suspicious
it was there. I heard it.
This van can be explained quite easily since the device shown in the video was just a film camera on a gimbal, not some high-tech thermal imaging sensor. As for why they were shooting like that from a vehicle, they were likely indie filmmakers who just didn't have the proper permissions from the city. However, all of this is just
That's too much of a coincidence. That's too much of a coincidence.
Conjecture on my part. The real evidence that proves Lang's deteriorating mental state is the fact that he turned off the cameras he had in his home a day before the incident. The last saved footage on these cameras was of
The
him
Red Cross
sitting
has a
with
dog and a
kitchen knife in
cat.
his hand.
People are getting upset about the fact in and I think you drug free pizza on my computer currency.
What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
Not
What are
only
you
that,
talking
but when the
about?
fire department arrived on the scene, all the entrances to his home
What are you talking about?
were barricaded securely from the inside. If this was truly a murder, the killer wouldn't have been able to escape the crime scene without removing one of these barricades. Ultimately, if there was some big murder conspiracy behind Lang's death, I doubt we'll learn about it over 8 years later. Evil stick.
Bro literally said absolutely nothing. Bro had diarrhea of the mouth. I'm crying. I'm not gonna lie, that was kind of funny though. That was funny.
In November of 2014, Nicole Allen purchased a pink princess wand for a 2-year-old daughter at the dollar store in Linden Avenue in Kettering.
Mom?
The name of the wand was Evil Stick, which is quite bizarre on its own, but likely went unnoticed by Nicole. However, the stick also promised things like luster, beauty, and wonderful music. The box art also featured the character Sakura Kinomoto, who was the protagonist of a popular Japanese animated show called Cardcaptor Sakura. In the show, Sakura is essentially a magical princess. So,
old school anime.
How can we not do this again? But it will not show what is happening in the backyard. The only way we could watch the storm was a little girl.
What?
The inclusion of just a cute-looking character.
Bro, no giant messages. Please. Bro, please, no E's, no no, please, no, please.
Made Nicole drop her guard even further, but she couldn't have been more wrong. The thing is, the inclusion of this character on the box art suggested an Asian origin for the product.
Okay.
And looking back, the Evil Stick does have a small, and I do mean small, resemblance to one of the wands Sakura uses in the show. The Evil Stick was most definitely a bootleg version of a product that should have looked something like this had it been official. However, the Evil Stick was much more sinister than just being a bad product.
The Evil Stick for little girls is crazy. Like, you're kind of like sick in the head for doing that. Like, you're sick in the head for doing that.
Unlike its official counterparts, the manufacturers of the Evil Stick bootleg had free reign to do whatever they wanted. And it's what they chose to do with this freedom that was utterly disturbing. You see, the top of the wand had a shiny foil
fencer, nerd face, fencer, nerd face, fencer, red triangle, red triangle, red triangle, red triangle, testy.
Come on,
test,
bro.
tester,
what is we doing?
Test.
What is we doing?
Fitted in, likely to imitate the shiny star in the official wand. However, this foil was hiding an image under it, and when Nicole's daughter accidentally removed the foil while playing with the wand, she was greeted with a downright disturbing image of a creepy-looking woman slitting her own wrist.
Why do people always prey on the young ones? Why do people always prey on children? This is weird. This is weird. Why do people prey on children? Why do people want to contaminate children with their evil thoughts and their nasty behaviors? Bro, that's weird. This is weird. I don't like this. I have a daughter. This is weird.
This was likely petrifying for the little girl, but that wasn't all. If you pressed the button on the wand, instead of the wonderful music it promised, the wand played a haunting laugh. This also turned on a light behind the creepy image, so the little girl would have likely seen it even if she hadn't removed the foil.
I'm not gonna lie, this is heating me up. This is heating me up. This is heating me up.
When Nicole found out about the disturbing truth, she made her findings public.
Zimmerman said the company was a member for a bit surprised by the fact that it might have been in a different stream for the series.
What are you talking about? What are you, bro? Is just chatting, bro. Just chatting. Chat.
News coverage of the Evil Stick quickly went viral, but the toy remained as mysterious as it was creepy. And the disturbing image concealed within the toy was traced back to French photographer Butcher Ludwig, who appears to be a master of...
Ludwig, count your days, buddy. Yes, I'm talking to you, YouTuber Ludwig. I know.
Oh, you are Enabai, you are Gale King. I have to stream it to death like a little girl. Bitch, anyways, good night, and then I will sub it, and then you can stand behind her, and Casey would be happy.
Chill. They called me a bitch. Yo, chill.
Creating the most nightmarish artworks one can imagine. Nearly all of his work is too graphic for YouTube. For most of them, however, even a quick glance is enough to trigger your fight or flight response.
Really?
As
is
for
that
why
bad?
The gory, horror-filled work of his photograph was stolen to be included in a children's toy, no one knows for sure. The only other thing people learned about the evil stick after examining its package was that it was manufactured in China, and that's it. The packaging didn't have the name of the manufacturer. I even looked up the universal product code embedded in its barcode and couldn't find any relevant information through that either. This is just one of those things that really makes you wonder what other disturbing...
What are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing?
Tripoli.
What are we doing, guys? Can I finish the reaction?
Chapter 15, please? Johnny learns that the girl's name is baby_Pipe. Baby_Pipe tells Johnny about how she needs money to go to the higher ranks.
I do not care about a Johnny. Can I finish the reaction, please? Por favor. Montoya, por favor. Can I finish the reaction, please?
Mysteries are hidden inside cheap children's
It could have been bigger.
toys.
Don't make it bigger.